I recently uploaded a video on the Terrifier franchise regarding my disdain and I guess love for the Terrifier movies, and I had got a comment requesting I cover the Conjuring movie franchise. Shout out to Caden Sosa. Asking you shall receive. If anyone happens to actually watch this video and somehow likes it, feel free to leave some ideas or requests in the comment section for what you would like me to cover next. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched the first Conjuring movie since I saw it in theaters, as a kid. But I do remember as a kid seeing the trailer in theaters and knowing that I had to see it, that based on a true story going to catch your attention every single time. And that hiding clap scene in the trailer, that had everyone shook. That's just iconic. So, I had to rewatch these movies and do my research because I didn't know too much about the franchise, if I'm being honest. The Conjuring franchise stars Ed and Lorraine Warren, who I guess are demonic detectives, and they gain notoriety for the part they play in the Amityville haunting, which I had no idea they were even involved in the Amityville shit. The film starts with them doing a seminar or something where they show an interview they did with some nurses that were being haunted by a Raggedy Ann doll called Annabelle. Let me tell you about this bitch Annabelle right off the rip. She's so clouded up, they had to give her own series. They had to give her own shit. Annabelle thinks she's too good to be a part of this group project, a part of the main Conjuring film. She had to get her own shit. But she has it in her contract though that she has to make a cameo appearance every now and again. So here we are. Here's her cameo appearance. Ed and Lorraine are talking about. They're talking to the nurses. The nurses learn a child died where they live, and they feel bad. They're nurses and they're dumb, so they agreed to let it inhabit the doll and live with them. Now that sounds like the dumbest shit you've ever heard. Then congratulations, you probably finished third grade. Like, motherfuckers, if you feel that bad, go adopt a child or something. Go give money to a homeless person. So after Annabelle does her contractually obligated appearance, we travel 3 years into the future where the story actually begins. We focus on a couple, Roger and Caroline, who move into a new house where they're with their five daughters. They're all having a great time until some supernatural events begin to occur. Paintings falling, weird spirits, and bad breath appearing, and the spirits are pretty much just bullying the family. They even kill their dog, which 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 is a violation. I'm not gonna lie. We'd have to throw hands over that. Demonic or not. I'm gonna anoint these hands in the name of Jesus and put it on you, cause bro, you can't just be killing my dog like that. A lot of people, including me as a kid, were always confused as to why these people just never leave the haunted house. You got demonic entities haunting your daughters, locking your wife in a room, killing your dog. Most people they would have been out of there. But, now as an adult who has bills and lives by myself, I can finally admit I wouldn't leave either. I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't leave either. Imagine being a father of five. Five girls at that. You finally own a house and you're supposed to leave now because one, two, three, or maybe four Satan's demonic spawns want to kill you and your family, man, fuck all that, nigga. I'll run the gauntlet with each and every one of these pussy ass demons, bro. I'm not leaving my house. I pay too much for it, especially in this economy. Hell nah. Ed and Lorraine eventually show up to do their little detective work and get proof of a demonic entity or demonic activities happening because apparently you need proof before the church can do anything. So Lorraine is a clairvoyant, however you say it, meaning she can see certain things a regular person can't. She gets to their place and immediately sees that a woman from has pretty much hung herself from a tree, or she has a vision of it, which isn't the best sign. It's clear the house is being haunted, but they still need proof because I guess like having a vision of a woman hanging herself isn't proof enough. Okay, so after doing some research, they find out like three different people done committed suicide in that house or in that area. A baby or two were also probably drowned, and the queen haunting them was a woman named Bathsheba, who decided to sacrifice her baby to the devil before killing herself and cursing the land. Okay, well, that's pretty much all the proof I need, to be honest. I need someone to explain to me the point of sacrificing your baby to Satan and then killing yourself. Like, why are you racing to hell? At least enjoy some of the benefits of selling your soul to the devil before burning for eternity. But, to be fair to her, her name was Bathsheba in the 1800s at that. Worshipping the devil is probably one of the few career paths she could probably choose at that time. Especially with a name like that, Bathsheba. Nigga, that just sounds like some witch as name to have. I ain't gonna lie. They get a gang of niggas and monitor the house for evidence of demonic activity. Shit gets so real. Lorraine solves the mystery that Bathsheba wants to possess the mother, Caroline, in order to drown her youngest daughter, because apparently she didn't get enough of child murder when she drowned her own baby. She has an addiction with that shit, I guess. She just exists to drown babies in the name of Satan, apparently. They all decide to leave the haunted house, even though I'm pretty sure it's been stated that leaving the house doesn't stop the curse. As soon as they're ready to leave, Lorraine gets a vision about her daughter getting slimed out. At first, I was like, oh shit, Bathsheba really like that. She not only targeting one family, but she's going after Ed and Lorraine. That's crazy, but that's not exactly what's happening, I guess. So they rush home to see their daughter Judy locked in the bedroom with the Annabelle doll. Now you can't really tell right now, but Annabelle kind of has a thing for their daughter, I guess. I don't know. Apparently, Annabelle done teamed up with the other ops to target Ed and Lorraine's daughter. Annabelle and Bathsheba teaming up to jump a little kid is diabolical work. I am not going to hold you. Now that their daughter's in trouble, they all of a sudden have a sense of urgency to solve this case. Having saved their daughter, Ed Warren gets a call that Caroline, the mother, has taken two of the daughters and ran off. Lorraine has figured out that they're going back to the house. You know, Caroline will probably drown their daughter. So Ed gets there and says, fuck getting approval from the church. Fuck the Vatican. Fuck the Pope. I'm doing the exorcism on my own. Am I allowed to say fuck the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's fine. They done fucked up and they done fucked up and targeted his daughter. So, Ed don't care about none of that. So at the end, they send Bathsheba's ass back to hell where she belongs, and the family lived happily ever after, just a bit traumatized, but nonetheless, happily ever after. Okay, next movie. So I believe the movie starts with Ed and Lorraine in the middle of a guy being exercised. This guy, from my understanding, is another victim from, I believe, The Nun. The Frenchy guy. I think, yeah, the nun or something, who is being possessed by the demon who is possessing the Annabelle doll, Malefice, whatever his name is. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to go over all these movies, so we're just gonna cover the Conjuring. We have Ed and Lorraine debating the Amityville hauntings, and I can't lie, he kind of portrays the guy he's debating as a bitch. And to be honest, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd make my op look like a hoe too. Like, nigga, this is my story. This is my movie. I'm gonna tell it how I want to. You was a bitch when we debated. So as that's happening, we focus on another broke ass family. This movie, they're even broker than the last family though. This shit starts off with two little girls, one smoking while talking about French kissing a boy. I'm just sitting here watching this shit like, damn, this how y'all give it up in London? Shit, I imagine cigarettes just comes with every meal, but damn, this is just diabolical. The family in this movie are, they're another huge ass family of six, I think, and they're broke as hell. Or no, I don't even think the dad's. It's like a family of five because I don't even think the dad's around. The daughters decide to play with an Ouija board or something like that, which allowed a dead ass old ass nigga named Bill Wilkins to attach himself to the family, in a scary ass demon named Valak. Yeah, Valak Valak uses Bill to haunt the family, pretty much. So nigga, he's pretty much using a proxy. Valak is another clouded ass demon who gets his own movie series or whatever. He's not as clouded or prettied up as Annabelle, but he's got a way more sauce than weak as Bathsheba. That's for sure. Valak's hauntings compared to Bathsheba just have way more aura. Like bro teleported the daughter. I'm like, the fuck kind of shit? I didn't even know demons could do that. Like niggas can sit here and just be teleporting niggas. Yeah, nigga, I do not want no smoke, big bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I know I said I wouldn't leave my house over a demon, but I'd have to let him have that shit to be honest, cause y'all transporting niggas now. The issue is though, like I said, the family's broke as fuck. And she's a single mother at that. Imagine being broke as fuck, a single mother, and now you gotta worry about a demon trying to possess your daughter. It's pretty much the same thing as last time. Ed and Lorraine tap in with the family and have to get evidence that there's a haunting taking place so that the church will actually give a fuck. But, they ain't dealing with no weak ass Bathsheba this time. I'm gonna let you know that right now. This demon smart as fuck for whatever reason. Valak uses the daughter, makes the haunting look fake. As they make the haunting look fake, and the family, they end up looking bad, so the church won't do anything. That's the whole entire plan, and the whole entire thing is to lure out Ed and Lorraine, because the demon, for whatever reason, wants to put hands on Ed, and I guess Lorraine too, but it really wants to murder Ed for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know why I'm saying I don't know. Like it kind of makes sense. Ed is kind of, you know, the big op when it comes to these demons in this Conjuring movie. He's always stopping their plans and whatnot. They just, all they really want to do is possess people and make them kill themselves or kill others. So, and that kind of gets in the way of that. So I could probably see where the beef starts. So everyone leaves, labeling the family as frauds, but at the last minute, Lorraine figures out that Bill Wilkins is just a proxy for Valak. They arrive and try to save the daughter, who is haunted and about to commit suicide, but the only way to stop Valak is to know their name, which apparently gives them domain over the demon. Like, I don't know if that's basic demonology or whatever, but that's how this works. Lorraine knows the name, but for some reason she sure takes her time saying Valak's name or whatever. She just wants to, I don't know, make it more dramatic, I guess. So after taking her sweet time to make the scene more dramatic, they officially save the little girl and send Valak back to hell, where they belong. They have the nerve to end this movie with some creepy ass message about how the mother continued to live in the house until she eventually died from, I guess, old age, in the same chair as Bill Wilkins died in. Ooh, how spooky! Like, shut the fuck up. Next movie, The Devil Made Me Do It. As you can probably tell, by the name of the movie, The Devil Made Me Do It. The devil, the demon is making someone commit some form of crime. So Ed and Lorraine tackle a case where a little boy is possessed or something, and her sister's boyfriend has this brilliant idea, something that no one else in these movies has done before. He tells the evil spirit that's possessed the little boy to possess him instead of the little boy. This is the brilliant part though. After giving the evil spirit permission to inhabit him, he just goes on about living his regular ass life. He goes home to his girlfriend, sleeps in the same bed, pretends nothing happened. Yeah, so long story short, long movie short, he ends up killing his landlord. Who would have figured that that would happen? But I guess no one heard him literally tell a demon to possess him, except for like Ed, who's too busy having a heart attack to warn anybody. So now the entire movie is Ed and Lorraine looking for evidence to present to the court. Instead of the church this time, they're trying to find evidence for the court. So the stakes have been upped. Brusha just left the spirit in Lil Bro. I ain't gonna lie. All he would have gotten was a few years in the loony bin at best. Ed and Lorraine pull up, you know, they pull up on some retired priest, and I guess this priest once tried to help some cult, some cult or something, some cult name known as the Ram Cult. He has a whole room full of occult stuff that has Lorraine shook. Like, bitch, don't you have a room full of occult shit from a variety of demons? Y'all collection is diverse. This nigga only has shit from one cult. Like, stop being pussy, Lorraine. So it turns out that the priest apparently has some secret daughter who becomes obsessed with the cult after learning about the Ram cult from her father, who is researching them. She's responsible for everything happening to this family in this movie, planting a cursed object underneath their house, causing the little boy to get cursed and want to kill someone. So pretty much El Priest. He raised a demonic daughter in secret because his own shame for breaking his celibacy. Like there's worse things to have felt shame about. Like she couldn't even take her he couldn't even take her to church or nothing. All she was exposed to was pretty much the occult. So now he has a demonic cult daughter walking around cursing people to kill themselves or to kill others. El daughter, to be honest. Ed and Lorraine end up destroying the altar that stops the curse. But the evil spirit says, nah, I'm leaving with something. And takes the daughter, it takes the occult daughter with them. You felt, so now we taking your soul. You couldn't give us their soul, we taking your soul, nigga. We leaving here with some. The demon, unlike Annabelle or Valak, is not clouded up at all. We don't even know their name. Fucking broke ass demon. He's going straight to hell, no spin-off movie or nothing. Okay, now we finally made it to the last and final Conjuring movie, I assume. So it starts off with the birth of Judy, but someone wants Judy's ass. Some demon, they see this is why you don't beef with demons. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Cause this shit is crazy. So some demon they came across when they discover an antique mirror. Like they just came across this demon, bro. Ain't done none shit to this demon yet. I mean, they were about to be fair to the demon, but like, come on. So Judy is pretty much born stillborn, but comes back to life thanks to the prayer of Lorraine. Making her a miracle baby. So we go to the future where Ed is still dealing with the heart issues from the last movie. We have another big ass family as the focus of this movie. Probably the biggest family we've seen so far, due to you know, the grandparents also living with them. So we're dealing with this time the Smurl family. One of the daughters named Heather, Heather Smurl, has some Catholic church ceremony. So her grandparents decide to gift her some creepy ass cracked mirror. The same one that almost killed Judy at birth. What made their grandparents want to buy this mirror for their granddaughter is beyond me. I mean, a body mirror isn't the worst gift for a teen in the 80s or really any year. But a cracked demonic ass mirror for her Catholic confirmation ceremony is diabolical. Heather says, fuck all that, fuck this mirror, we throwing this shit away, with the help of her sister Dawn. But I guess it's not that simple because as soon as the trash guy picks the mirror up and compacts it, Dawn starts throwing up blood and glass. And I'm like, damn, I feel bad for Dawn. Dawn's sitting there like, damn, what did the demon say fuck me for? This is supposed to be my sister's mirror, not mine. So I'm still wondering how she survived that, to be honest. She was throwing up glass, like, but whatever. After the family is tired of being bullied by demons, Father Gordon, the nigga who's supposed to, I think, isn't he the one the priest who's supposed to do the exorcisms in the first movie and maybe the second one? I don't know. The nigga don't really do shit. But finally he gets active. He goes to the house and immediately upon going in the house and for the first time really doing something in these Conjuring series, the nigga says hell nah. He immediately taps out. He's like, this is above my pay grade. He attempts to summon the Avengers to deal with this, but he's instead he gets pretty much slimed out by the demon. Bro, this demon means business. Father Gordon finally does something and immediately gets lynched. Crazy work. If a priest ain't safe, then what am I supposed to do? But Judy doesn't have that same mindset. She doesn't have that same energy. She wants all the smoke, convincing her parents to also help. Ed's weak ass heart be damned. Now Judy has no business there as the mirror demon. His whole objective is to get his hands on Judy. And they all know this. Her parents know this. Lorraine knows it. But, I guess it is what it is. Lorraine discovers that there are three spirits: a husband who killed his cheating ass wife, and for whatever reason, her mother as well. Now, I know the mother, hot as hell, nigga, mad as hell, confused as to why she caught astray. Like, literally, she caught astray. Husband said, nah, you gave birth to her, you can meet God with her. But if you watched enough of The Conjuring, you already know they're just proxies for the real demon. The mirror demon that's obsessed with Judy or whatever. They attempt to move the mirror out of the house into Ed and Lorraine's little occult room where they can contain it. The mirror demon says nah and begins its plan to possess Judy and makes Ed have a heart attack. Another heart attack. Ed, I ain't gonna lie, you should have stayed. You should have stayed home. I can't not lie to you. Oh, and in the midst of all this nonsense, Annabelle makes her contractually obligated appearance. It was pretty funny. I went to see this in the theaters, and as soon as Annabelle appears, all you hear is some older black woman say, "Not this bitch," which, to be honest, were my exact intrusive thoughts. Cause who invited Annabelle? I guess she's the big bad of the Conjuring verse or whatever. The big demon of this evil shit. But calm down. You haven't been active in a minute. You haven't been active in years. Always trying to team up with other demons to jump Judy. Leave her alone. The mirror demon had forced Judy to pretty much hang herself because I guess demons do all this work just to make you kill yourself. Lorraine revives her daughter with a prayer once again, and together they defeat the mirror demon or whatever. Ed adds the mirror to his demon object collection or whatever, and we get this happy ass conclusion where Judy marries her boyfriend, and Ed and Lorraine talk about how great their future is going to be and blah blah blah. So that's the entire Conjuring series. Yeah, there's some more lore, but this video is probably already bad long, and I hear they're planning on doing another movie covering the Amityville haunting. But as of right now, these are the main Conjuring movies. Maybe I don't know. We can cover the Nun, Annabelle, La Lorraine, whatever other Conjuring movies they have. But actually, a lot of movies. I ain't gonna lie. So we're gonna end it off right here.